I think I might. Do I know him? Yes, I know him.
How do you know him?
As Sergeant Nkosi indicated, he's a friend to Peggy.
And when have you met him?
I don't meet with him. Don't know when did I see him.
So, have you ever met with him?
No.
When did Sergeant Nkosi tell you that he was a friend of Becky?
He told me when. You
said Sergeant Nkosi said he was a friend of Becky. When did Sergeant Nkosi tell you he was a friend of Becky?
When he was testifying here.
When he was testifying here?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
His transcript, he did. He said he worked with Becky when there are events and so forth.
Sorry, he works with Becky?
When they run events.
Sorry, that Mr. Glatswayo runs events works with Becky when Mr. Glatswayo and Becky run events.
Yes.
The question, if I understood, Mr. Chaskalson will correct me. The question was, when did Sergeant Nkosi tell you? And your response is when Sergeant Nkosi was testifying. So is what you are saying that Sergeant Nkosi did not tell you, but you heard when he was testifying?
Yes.
All right.
I'll check the transcript again. I don't recall raising this with Sergeant Nkosi at all. It's possible that, even though I didn't raise it, he mentioned it, but I will come back to that after the tea break. Sergeant Nkosi has Mr. Glatswayo's name saved in his WhatsApps as Kamogelo Dhlamini.
I don't know who's.
He's not. You're adamant that he's not a relative. And in particular that he's not the son of your late brother Peter.
No.
Did you know that Kamogelo Glatswayo is the only director of a company called El Shaddai?
I don't know.
You don't know? When you say you don't know that Kamogelo Glatswayo is the son of your late brother Peter, are you denying that he is the son of your late brother Peter, or are you saying you just don't know?
I don't know. He has never introduced me to him.
Your late brother never introduced you?
Yes.
What relationship did you have with your late brother? A good relationship, or, I mean, would you know all of his sons?
Very good relationship.
So you would know all of his sons?
I wouldn't say so.
So you can't deny that Mr. Glatswayo is the son of your late brother Peter?
As much as I'm saying I don't know. He has
just
never
don't know.
told me.
Can we now move to TMPD 1 of 2425, the tender, the demolition tender? And can I ask you to go to page 431 of, it will be file 4. We'll be dealing with file 3 and file 4 now. Page 431. And the chats that I'll take you to in file 4 are
431.
The chats that I'll take you to in file 4 are chats between Sergeant Nkosi and yourself. And the chats in file 3 are chats between Sergeant Nkosi and the CFO. And just to alert you, because of a software setting in relation to the printout of the chats in file 3, they printed out with timestamps that are called UTC, which is 2 hours less than South African time. So one needs to add 2 hours to the time of any message in file 3. But the chats in file 4, the chats between you and Sergeant Nkosi, are chats in South African with date stamps and timestamps in South African time. At the top of page 431, chat number 1, you see a message that you send to Sergeant Nkosi, and it reads as follows. Afternoon, my brother. I trust you are well and your family. My sincere apologies for the delay in sending this message. The 2 vehicles for land are 1, Ngapesheya Security Services, 2, El Shaddai Security Services. Have a blessed Sunday and lots of love. And now Sergeant Nkosi has confirmed that you sent this chat to him on the 9th of March 2025 at 7:35 p.m. Was this a message that you composed yourself, or were you forwarding it from someone else?
Thanks, CS. This is the message I got from Nico. Sergeant Nkosi, a day before, when I spoke to him, requested me to check with Nico if he has done compliance. He's done with compliance for the tenders of, Ngapesheya and El Shaddai. He requested me to confirm with Nico and send him the information. And unfortunately, I could not on that particular day. Much as I then on Sunday, as you could see, I'm apologizing for the delay in terms of reverting back to him. Then I then sent him this message.
Now, who is Nico?
Nico is someone who does administrative work in terms of assisting people in tender compilations and so forth.
Is his surname Matobela?
Correct.
And he assists bidders in getting their bids in order so that they will be compliant?
Correct.
And you're saying that Nico sent this Sergeant Nkosi had asked you to check with Nico as to whether the bids for Ngapesheya Security Services and El Shaddai were compliant.
Correct.
Which bids?
For?
Which bids?
For Ngapesheya and El Shaddai.
Bids for what?
For land invasion.
And Nico reported to you that they were compliant?
Nico sent a message to me, then I shared that message, edited it. Usually you'll see my writing, everyone will tell you when I write, because most people send messages without greeting. I'll then share the message, I'll edit, and then greet and add whatever that I want to add and forward.
Yes,
Sorry,
but
when you say land invasion in Tshwane.
Correct.
Okay.
And Nico said they were compliant.
That's what Nico indicated.
So Sergeant Nkosi wanted to know from Nico whether the bids of his brother's company, which is Ngapesheya, and the bid of El Shaddai, which is Mr. Glatswayo's company, were compliant.
That's correct.
And Nico confirmed that they were.
Yes,
And this was sent on the 9th of March 2025.
correct.
Then, 2 days later, you send a message to Sergeant Nkosi with a list of 7 other companies. Sorry, before we get to that list. So, going back to that first list, not the first list, the first message, that the 2 companies were compliant. From your perspective, you had now told Sergeant Nkosi what he needed to know.
Correct.
And there would be no need for Sergeant Nkosi to communicate this information to anyone else other than possibly El Shaddai and Ngapasher.
That's correct.
He certainly didn't need to tell anybody else inside the city.
No.
Let's get to the second message. Chat number 3, it's 2 days later, it's the 11th of March. And there's a list of 7 companies that you send to Sergeant Nkosi at 3:06 p.m. and then a few minutes later you send him a message to explain. And you say, "Afternoon, Captain, I trust you are well and your family. The above is from the Red Berets. Please check with Mfowethu if it's the same with his from CIC Juju to verify the authenticity." Now, just to clarify, you refer to Sergeant Nkosi in these chats as Captain,
Correct.
and you refer to the CFO as Mfowethu,
Correct.
and they refer to you as General.
That's correct.
Let's go through this message and just clarifying, the above is from the Red Berets, that's presumably the EFF.
It's not from the EFF. 2 guys, as I indicated previously, Muzi and Sipo, came to me claiming to be having these companies from the EFF, of which I wanted to ascertain how true is it, because these are people I know years back while we were still in the student movement. So only to find that it's not true, there's nothing like this.
I understand that, but when you refer to Red Berets, you're referring to the EFF, even though in this particular case you later established that Muzi and Sipo did not represent the EFF.
That's correct.
What did Muzi and Sipo want you to do with that list of companies?
Sorry, beg your pardon?
Muzi and Sipo, who pretended to represent the EFF, what did they want you to do with that list of companies?
It's common knowledge, SC, that people sometimes take chances, they moonlight, and many people are name dropping people's name. For instance, they indicated they were with the CFO, which is not true. So people take chances. I mean, they do many things just to access, money from companies and so forth.
But what were they wanting to do? I mean, we've established that they were taking chances, but what were they hoping they would achieve by giving you this list of companies?
Someone will come and say, I'm connected to these people and so forth, who can assist you, and approach me and so forth. I grew up with them. They said, they were with the CFO, only to find it's not true. They've never been with the CFO. They said, if I have a way, remember I once worked
Sorry,
within...
Deputy Chief, we get the name dropping, but
Yes.
what were they seeking to achieve?
They thought I have a way within, this process to help them.
So were these companies who were bidding for TMPD1, these 7 companies?
These 7 companies, yes, correct.
And they thought if they told you that these companies were the EFF's companies, they could you might be able to help them get the tender.
I think so,
That's how you understood their approach.
yes.
You said in your message to Sergeant Nkosi, please check with Mfowethu, please check with the CFO, if it's the same with his from CIC Juju. So you thought that the CFO would have a list of EFF companies from Mr. Malema.
I never thought, they said they were from the CFO. They said they gave this list to the CFO.
But then why, sorry, when you refer to CIC Juju, are you referring to Mr. Malema?
That's what I wanted to check, because that's what they said.
They said what?
They said they are working with Mr. Malema, these people, only to find it was not true. They were lying.
But what you say is check with Mfowethu, check with the CFO if it's the same with his from CIC Juju, which is a reference to Mr. Malema. So you are saying check with the CFO if it's the same with a list that the CFO got from Mr. Malema. Is that not what you're saying?
No, that's not correct.
What are you saying then?
I'm saying they said they give the same to the CFO, so I'm saying he must verify if this is the same.
But that's not what you say in the message. What you say in the message is please check with Mfowethu if it's the same with his from CIC Juju.
Much as I'm saying, that's not what the message said. The message was saying check if this is the same. That's what they said. They gave the CFO the same list.
But then why mention from CIC Juju in the message? Why draw Mr. Malema into this at all?
That's what they said. They gave the CFO the same.
Yes, but did they say they went to...
They are saying they are from CIC Juju, so much as I say check.
Sorry, they're saying...
They said they are from the CIC. The Sipo and Muzi claim to be, bidding for the CIC Juju.
Yes, Sipo and Muzi were chances. They were saying they were bidding for the EFF.
Yes.
They weren't, as a matter of fact. You later
it's
established
not.
they weren't.
Yes.
But then why mention Mr. Malema in this message? Because what you say is check with the CFO, Mfowethu, if it's the same with his from CIC Juju.
Much as I'm saying, they said they are from the CIC Juju, much as I mentioned it here.
Dhlamini, that's not what you are saying in the email. You may have meant that, but that's not what the chat says. Sorry, not the email.
Yes, much as I'm saying, writing a message might not mean what you actually want to translate, but that's what I meant.
And you don't mention Muzi and Sipo at all in this chat.
Yes, I did not mention them here.
So why do you mention Mr. Malema? Why do you not say check if the list
I
he
wanted
has
to
is the
be
same
clear
one from
so that when he verifies, he says, remember that we are not only speaking on messages only. I also called to say this is the situation, explain in detail. The message will not capture everything, Commissioner.
Deputy Commissioner, what the message does capture is that you know the CFO to have a list from the CIC. That's what your message conveys.
Yes.
You know him to have a list from the CIC. That's
From Sipo and Muzi.
No, that's not what your message says. That's not what is captured in your message. Your message captures that you know that the CFO has a list from the CIC, and you are asking Sergeant Nkosi that the CIC should look at that list, which he has from the CIC, and compare it with the list that you say came to you from Muzi and Sipo. That's what you're doing. There are two different lists.
Commissioner Musi and Sipo,
Oh, sorry, the CFO should, okay, let me start. I don't want to be misunderstood. Let me start. Your message conveys that in so many words, it's not a question of interpretation. Your words in this message conveys that you know that the CFO has a list that he got, and it's a list of the CIC, in brackets Juju. You know that the CFO has that list. And what you are doing with your message is saying to Sergeant Nkosi, the CFO should compare that list, which you know he has from the CIC, compare it with this list that you say was given to you by Musi and Sipo. That's what your message is conveying.
no, Commissioner. Sipo and Musi came to me and said we have a list from the CIC that we have given to the CFO. I'm saying verify if this is the same.
Yeah, but your message doesn't say the CFO must confirm that the list he got from Sipo and Musi, he should compare them that it is the same as the one that they gave you, the same people gave to you. That's not what you're conveying. You are clearly conveying that the CFO is sitting with a list that he got from the CIC. That's what your message says.
That's what I learned from Sipo and Musi, Commissioner.
Right. Thank you.
A few answers back, you said you don't communicate through WhatsApp chats only. You also talk. Who are you referring to? Who would you talk to?
I called Sergeant Nkosi to explain, to say I was with these two individuals that I grew with.
Okay, all right. I just
Yes.
wanted to know who you were referring to. Yes, Mr. Shaskalson.
Why did you want to know if Musi and Sipo were telling the truth when they said those companies came from the EFF?
They are name dropping the CFO, they are name dropping the EFF. And I don't know them as members of the EFF.
Why is it relevant whether those companies came from the EFF or not?
People name drop, they tarnish people's name. I mean, you know that. I mean, since this appeared, people have been, reporting false things about the Mr. Malema having companies and so forth, while they are not from him.
What would you have done if the CFO reported to you that, yes, these companies are from the EFF? I've been told these companies are from the EFF.
I just wanted to establish the link of those people. I know them from SOSCO, COSAS, and so forth, and to say where are they. I know them as members of the ANC, and if they've shifted now to the EFF, what is happening? These are youngsters that I grew with. They are old now. They were youngsters I grew up with.
Deputy Commissioner, you say these people wanted you to help them or assist them with the tender.
Yes, Commissioner.
Right? You say that. So you know that's why they gave you this list. They want to get a certain advantage through your assistance to do with the tender. So when you send this same list to the CFO, even on your version, even if one accepted your version, that you were not you didn't know that he has a list you were not conveying that he has a list from the CIC. On your version, you sent this list to what end? You know the purpose of the list. It's to get assistance and advantage in the tender process. When you send it to the CFO, it's for what purpose? It cannot be you want to verify that they are members of the ANC, of the EFF. It's irrelevant. This is a tender process. It's a tender process of the city, has nothing or should have nothing to do with whether people are ANC or not. It shouldn't matter. In fact, you should, if you were acting properly, you would have kicked them out of your office, right? And said, I want nothing to do with this. You don't do that. You forward it to the CFO.
Commissioner,
To what end are you giving him the list?
Commissioner, they make name dropping. There's number of people who come to my office. There's ex-combatants who come sometimes with the hope that I might assist them. If they are honest, and I can see these people are honest, I do explain to them. To say, I'm no longer working with these things, I'm not involved in these things, because they were honest. But people who come and name drop someone, you'll definitely want to verify the authenticity.
So if this was authentic, what, you would have helped them with the tender?
No.
Then exactly my question, what is the point of you sharing this list with the CFO? Name dropping cannot be your explanation for it. We are talking about a tender process. They don't come to you to say, we know so-and-so. They're not, that's not the purpose. They didn't come to you to say, we know the CIC. They came to you on your version for help with the tender process. And that help is to help them get this tender. That's why, and that's what you understand. You forward the list with that understanding that these people have come to you not to name drop, but to get assistance with a tender. You forward it. And the question is, why do you forward it when you know that it's being given to you for an improper purpose? It doesn't matter whether they say the president, the mayor, deputy mayor, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. What matters is they come to you to say, assist us to get this tender, and you know that's improper. When you give it to the CFO, it is for what purpose?
If they come to me, Commissioner, and say, assist us, and not use people's name, I'll explain to them. But they are using people's name. If they could have came and be frank and honest, then I could have done that, but they are using people's name.
All right, that's your answer, thank you.
Why did you ask Sergeant Nkosi to check with the CFO rather than just asking the CFO yourself directly?
I know that Sergeant Nkosi has a relationship with the CFO. I don't have the CFO's numbers. I don't have, a relationship with the CFO.
Why can't you just look up the CFO's number on an internal Tswane directory?
Because I knew that Sergeant Nkosi, I know him and he has a relationship with the CFO, it was gonna work better for me, for him to verify for me.
But on the face of it, this is a matter concerning the business of Tswane, is it not?
It's correct.
Someone is coming to you with a list that they say is the EFF's list and suggesting that you might interfere with the tender process in Tswane tender TMPD 1 of 24-25 to privilege these companies. That's what the approach is about, is it not?
It's correct, as I explained, SC, that if they could have came like other people who come and say, look, we are ex-combatant or we are military veterans, can you assist? I'll explain to them to say, I don't have that authority to be able to do so. I have done so in many people. But they were name-dropping people's name, which becomes dangerous in this instance.
And they are suggesting not only do they expect you to assist them, but they also expect the CFO to assist them because they're telling you he's got the same list from Mr. Malema.
They are claiming so, trying to canvass me.
Yes. So they are suggesting to you that you, well, one, that the CFO is implicated in an attempt to rig this tender in favor of a list of companies